Area and perimeter, including parallelograms. Grade D at GCSE. We'll start off with a simple example, a simple shape. We're going to work out the area of this. Area is the amount of space. Say I wanted to paint that little shape there, I would need to know its area. To work out the area, we multiply. We multiply the base. The base here is the same as that length there. We multiply 5 centimeters times its height, which is the same as that side there. 5 times 3 is 15. Centimeters times centimeters is centimeters squared. So could you write the area equals 15 centimeters squared?
So, but you told us a lot, like, I don't know when, yeah, but that you could count the squares inside that.
Only if it's to scale. If it was 5 squares across by 3 squares high, you could count the number of squares inside. But always check. It will say when you're doing an exam whether it's to scale or not anyway. Another little tip, if it comes at the beginning of the exam paper, it probably is a case of counting the squares. Right, now the perimeter, some young people still confuse these. The perimeter is the distance around the shape. Let's work out what that is. It's 5 centimeters, add 3, which is 8, add 5, 13, add 3, 16. So the perimeter, the distance round, equals 16 centimeters. Give yourself a tick for both of those. This is just a warm-up, like good athletes do before an important match. Now, could you copy down this shape here? Oops, Stacey. Make it a bit clear. Opposite sides are parallel, so it's a parallelogram. Let's put the measurements on. That length there is 7. Again, it's not to scale. That length there is 9. And the height is 6 centimeters. And we're going to work out the area first. The amount of space. Area is the base. Now, I've got the top, the width of the top part of the shape. I need to know the base. Well, for a parallelogram, opposite sides are not only parallel, but the same length. So that's 7 centimeters. The height for a parallelogram has to be shown separately. It's not the same as this length here. So it's 7 centimeters times 6 centimeters. 7 times 6 is 42. Centimeters times centimeters is centimeters squared. Now the perimeter. It's the distance round the shape. The distance round the shape is, let's go through this, audience. 7 centimeters plus 9 centimeters is 16. Add 7 is 23. What's this length here? For a parallelogram, it's the same as the length opposite. So it's 23, add 9, 32. The distance around the shape is 32 centimeters. Give yourself a tick for both of those. Right, question 3. Copy that right angle triangle. Copy down the diagram. Well done. It may not be a real one. I'll come back to that another day. The area, the amount of space. I'm going to come to that in a minute. Oh, that little square there, Kevin, that's to show that it's a right angle. Hence its name, right angle triangle. The area is the base times the height. 7 times 2 is 14 centimeters times centimeters squared. But as it's a triangle, we have to halve it. So it's 14 centimeters squared halved 7 centimeters squared. And the perimeter, the distance round the shape, 10 centimeters. Add 7, 17. Add 2, 19. So it's 19 centimeters. And lastly, this shape here, it's called a composite shape. I'll explain more about that later. Could you put the measurements on? I'm not sure what the preposition is. Be warned, audience and other viewers. Sometimes they don't put all the measurements on. We have to work them out. Right, let's work out the amount of space in the shape. How do I do that? To work out the area of a composite shape, I divide it into two rectangles. I could divide it there into one on the left and one on the right, or I could divide it into two there, one above, one below. My preference is to have them roughly the same size. So let's work our way through this. We're going to work out the area of rectangle 1. Where's the base? For a rectangle, the opposite sides are the same length, so that must be 2 centimeters. So base times height, write this in, 2 centimeters times 5, 10 centimeters squared, times 5 centimeters, 10 centimeters squared. Now, rectangle 2, I know the height is 3, and I know that this length is 4, so the base must be 4. 4 centimeters times 3 centimeters is 12 centimeters squared. So the area equals, write this down. Remember, as I've said before, you have to be working, to get full benefit from these, you have to have pen and paper and be working through these with me. 10 centimeters squared plus 12 centimeters squared is 22 centimeters squared. And now the easier part, the perimeter. 5 centimeters, add 2 is 7, add 2 is 9, add 4 is 13, add 3 is 16, add 6, 22. So the perimeter is 22 centimeters. Right, I'm now going to put 4 examples up there. Contain your excitement, lad. Now I'm not going to put 2 examples up here. Let's see how many of these you can get right, or how many of these 2 you can get right. Copy them down, then come back to see the answers. 5. You can divide the shape into 2 rectangles. The area of rectangle 1 is 3 centimeters times 5 centimeters, 15 centimeters squared. The area of shape 2 is going to be 3 centimeters times 3, 9 centimeters squared. So the area equals 15 centimeters squared. Sit up, Kevin. That's 9 centimeters squared, 24 centimeters squared. Now we're going to work out the perimeter. 5 centimeters, add 3 is 8, add 2 is 10, add 3, 13, 16, add 6. The perimeter is 16 centimeters. Who got both those parts right in the audience? 24 for the area, 16, well done. And even if you didn't get it, let's just go through this. The area of the triangle, base times height, 4 centimeters times 9 centimeters, 36, halve it, 18 centimeters to the power 2 or squared. And the perimeter, the distance round the shape, 9, add 12 is 21, and 4 is 25. Did anybody in the audience get? Yes, miss. Say again? Let's check. 8, 10, 13, 16. 8, 10, 13, 16, 22. 22 the perimeter. My mistake. And let's double check here. 21, 25. Perimeter's 25 centimeters. Area 18. Who got the last two right? Okay, right. Thanks for listening. Sorry about that slip at the end. I'm just trying to get it done before the lesson ends. Sorry, we have to change studios.